Well, I want to talk about something I've noticed. Sometimes it's very difficult to discuss what I'm about to say, but I go say am. You see, what I notice be say, we as Africans, if we travel to most especially Western countries, the thing they affect us well. Maybe that's the reason why if person want travel, people they worry. People they think say the person go maybe learn culture way no good. Sometimes you go see say that kind narrative is different when the person wey dey for this place the other side they wan go Africa. If they wan go Africa, you go see say their thinking is different. No be say they go say, oh, I'm scared that im go there, im go learn something wey no good, because we are naturally we good. You take us in general, we good. Sometimes na even therapy dem dey go do for Africa. The thing dey make them better. But their own side, the thing dey affect us. You know, it dey affect us spiritually. It dey affect us even uh, in general. I go try point out some of the things wey I notice, wey some of us dey suffer when we come for here. You say the first one na spiritual level. I no know if the kind teaching wey we get for Africa in general na the kind of teaching of prosperity. You know that kind spirituality wey sometimes you go see say you dey pray about some things that are more materialistic. Make I give example. Sometimes you go una go organize prayer just for protection of the roads. May God guide the roads. Sometimes una go pray for the farming season. Sometimes una go pray for material. May God give you house. May God give you car. May God give you job. May God make people wey dey hospital, may them wear. All these small small things you go see say na the concentration be that one. And sometimes we go show say those people wey good, wey dey the right path, na then they get success in general. Na then they get better house, na then they get better job. So somehow you go see say in dey for this uh, axis, it dey rotate around something wey e be prosperity. You understand? And then all of a sudden you can't carry yourself come outside. Then you can't see say all these things wey be your prayer point, dem don solve am. If you climb road like this one, you go see say the speed limit na 80 km/h, and nobody dey pass that one. Nobody dey pass that one. If you pass, camera dey, you fit get fine. They get road very illuminated, so you no go talk say the road bad, you get accident because of that one. You can't see the hospital, e good, medication dey. If you wan go get service for there, service dey. So you get emergency, you no need like something very, let's say something wey you no fit imagine. You go there, they scan you, they check you, and they diagnose you. They give you medication, you take, you get well. So na job you dey apply you. You get all the qualification, you get the curriculum, very heavy one. You go with straight head. You understand? You no go worry say they fit do corner. I no get that one. No, if you get am, if you get the curriculum, you just put am for there, everything go work out. Now university you wan get admission, oh, you just apply. You don't need godfather, so you don't need to like do some let's say those prayers where we dey pray for material, and then all of a sudden you just see that all the prayer points they don't cancel them one by one. They don't cancel them. Light dey, people they treat themselves where, you know, then all of a sudden you start to think of the real spirituality, and that is when things go down. Things go down at that moment. You have contact with philosophy. You see some things. You have that liberty to think. There is no like, oh, did you do this one? Someone trying to interfere, someone trying to disturb you. There is nothing like that one. You have all the space to take decisions, to think. You see the things, you see the manipulation. You are from outside, you see how we were manipulated, you see how we are being manipulated. And then all of a sudden, things start changing, your perspective, everything start to dey change, you understand? And that is where you start thinking of the real spirituality. You start thinking about how the real thing be. And that is when the complexity comes. That is why if you come here, you go see the spiritual level of people they drop. Understand? No be everybody, but majority, they drop. Uh-huh. So, and another thing where I notice be say, people they change. I think the change where they happen for the people now because of the lack of exposure we get. You see, for Africa in general, you go see people they interconnected, and somehow you go feel responsible. You go suppose honor the name of your family. That's very important in all the African setting. And all of a sudden, you find yourself in a foreign land where you don't need to, you don't need to bear that weight, even though it is contrary. When you are outside the country, you are supposed to carry the name of that country, because anything you do, they go talk, say, this guy is from Nigeria, this is from Kenya, from South Africa, from Uganda. Now, so they go talk. But somehow you go lose that conscience, You go act as if you be that single person. You go forget about that responsibility. And then sometimes, since nobody they see you, nobody they talk to you, and most of the time, if people they do something way no good, nobody they talk to them until then they for deep, deep, deep down there, they don't enter trouble. Now sometimes then they look for, okay, if to say I know, I for no go there. So now the effect of how can I say? I go describe them like gas cylinder. So in Africa, it be like say our culture, they try guide people. They try keep people for one small region. And when they come, it's just like, psst, there's an expansion. So some of us will know the sabi deal with that kind of change. We know they deal with, we don't sabi deal with that kind of thing. We go see society free, everything free. People they do anyhow. So some of us we know they deal with that kind of situation. We no get the structure. You understand? So I don't know if not just our culture where they suffer that kind of thing. Because if you see the Asians, if you see those from Middle East, they know they suffer that kind of change. But you go see African, if you enter, go see a small time in the okay, okay, okay. Then gradually, in go they enter. Before you know, he's so deep into that culture that he gets lost. Sometimes in go they exaggerate. Some go into drinking, some go into so many things where they know they do before for Africa. So now the effect we outside get, but I think is as a result of the culture we get. Maybe if we dey expose the children, if we dey talk to them. Like me, before I came, my mother called me. She told me some things I might see there. She opened up, you know. She talked to me about the difference in culture, how they fit be. She tried to tell me how marriage dey for here. And she told me in a very funny way, but to scare me, you know, make I no get involved because they know how the standards, some of the standards are. And she tell me about racism too. You know, she was very clear, and that really helped me. When I enter, the first thing where I do, I see people, you know, they show affection for public, for normal. So sometimes if you enter, you know, even the impression to me was like, omo, now wetin I dey see for here now. Now, true, I dey see this one. You know, there were couples, you know, engaging in the bus stop, you know, they were involving themselves. And to me, it was like, oh, more that feeling. So at that moment, you will start feeling that environment because you are not used to seeing that one. The problem be say, if you no get structure enough, that thing now just like river, if it carry you, they go. Because sometimes if you enter and start to dey do am, you know, the thing go affect you because you no get enough structure for that one. The society no prepare you for that kind of situation. We grow up usually in Nigeria, we focus on ourselves, and then we get to a stage, most especially in age, you get involved with a lady, you go into courtship, you ask her in marriage, you establish a marriage, you know. Here, the standard is different. And sometimes this standard is not something where we dey adapt to. You understand? So it dey affect us well, well. So the idea of this video is a criticism to us as Africans. Make we try to dey expose our children. Make dem no dey suffer this change wey dem dey see if they come outside. Because you see, outside na where the exposure dey. Na where the substance dey. Na where the secret wey we need to develop Africa dey. That one na the truth. Because if we dey fight for all this monetary stuff, we wan establish solid economy. We are trying to show someone somewhere say you fit bring your money come here. No be so. Yes, we are fighting for investment. We are fighting for our people to have purchasing power. Make them be able to spend money at least. If you enter, get some service, leave money there, someone go carry that money, circulate, make the thing they aggregate for the society. So that's the objective. It means say we suppose get the clue from somewhere, which is outside here. So if we dey come here and the culture no dey allow us to dey gather these resources, there is no hope. Oh. No hope dey. You understand? Because local championship is good, but international championship is better because this world where you dey see, no be just one person. You no go talk say na just the West bring everything, or na just East. You no go talk say na just one place something start. You understand? Na migration. You go see science start for old Egypt. The thing migrate go that Middle East area. E mature for there. And then e carry himself go born for Europe. So Europe, now today, the kind science we get today, now then develop am. So everybody they run, they carry, they go learn that small, small, this current development, whether na science or na technology or na arts or na social science or na human or all these ones we they run, go carry our share, make we try develop our society. So it's not based on just living in one place. It has always been circulating. The old scientists were there for even for Europe. Dem be dey travel well well. If you check, dem be dey travel, travel, travel. Anywhere dem go write something. Okay, there dem get cloth o. Dem go carry am go their land. There we saw metals, we saw this one, then they establish this one, then they do this one, then go carry and go just dey gather. So wetin dem good na cataloging. They are good in gathering information. If you check, that's one of their secrets. They keep all those things. They like organizing. Dem go gather information because na wetin e valid be that one na. You understand? So e mean say interaction important. You dey for the country, you be local champion. Okay, no problem. But if you enter another place, go get information, e better. You are better person. You are in Nigeria, you were formed in Nigeria, degree, masters, doctorate, you dey for Naija. So you dey for there, you be lecturer, you be big stuff, you dey do your thing. But the problem be say you no know wetin dey happen for outside. You understand? So that limits you. Unless if you have a means of communicating, maybe you have platforms. Today is possible. Make you enter platforms, make you do meetings, make you read articles. There are many databases where you fit check all those latest articles, read about them. But let's imagine you isolate yourself there. You go be big, but you don't know your limit. Understand? But if you go out, you fit compare yourself. You fit see, say, I fit do this one for there. You understand? I fit shape my thing. This is not a good idea. I go carry am. So that is relating. But for you to relate, to be able to, get that thing clearly, make you carry that material, go your place, develop. You need to be able to understand the culture of that person. You need to insert yourself. And sometimes it is through studying. You go study for learn through all this international mobility stuff. So, but the problem is, say, if your culture no strong, make you enter that space and be able to survive, e go hard. So the objective of this video is to tell you, say, if you dey bring your children up, not just confine them, not just cover them, tell them, say, okay, this is just A. Understand? Always they explain things to them. Tell them, say, na A because of this one, na B because of this. There should always be an explanation so that if in go anywhere for the world, in go be able to reason. Anytime in go get structure, if in see something dey happen, in go be able to always have a response there. Because some things we know they talk. We know they talk about puberty. We know they talk about pre-adolescence, all those development. Sometimes children, then they discover many things alone. Because we are like dictators. You understand? We know they communicate with our children. And that makes them vulnerable. If they can't enter one space open like this one, that is all. You go just they call, oh my son, how are you? Before you know, now just trouble. Now just trouble. Okay. So now the video for today. See you in the next one.